Yo, what's good with y'all boys? Y'all already know the vibes, man. So y'all see by the title, man, I got a settings video for y'all today. We're gonna be diving into controller settings, movement settings, graphic settings, and on top of that, I'm gonna be giving y'all a little sauce and tips all throughout the video. But let's go ahead and dive into it, man. Alright, man, so the first thing we're gonna get into is the controller settings. If you on mouse and key, man, just go ahead and skip this part. Now, me personally, I play tactical. The three most known are default, tactical, and stick and move. So I would definitely advise you to play on one of those three if you're not already. So I play tactical, but I also have a paddle controller. I play with one paddle and I jump with my paddle. For the people wondering what kind of, controller I have a Scuff, but I ain't trying to be all in your pockets or telling you what to spend your money on. But I would definitely say to get some type of paddle controller. It don't have to be the big dog, so save up, do what you got to do to get you a paddle controller. And when I say that, I don't mean go rob a bank for a controller, bruh. It ain't that serious. This ain't GTA, my boy. But the main reason I'm telling y'all to get a paddle controller so you can always keep your thumbs on the thumbsticks at all times. The only reason I ever take my thumbs off the thumbsticks is to wah, and that's just some extra stuff that I do. Then for my people who cannot get a paddle controller, I'm just gonna tell y'all what I play when I didn't have a paddle controller, man. I play stick and move, which just allows you to jump with your thumbstick. But ultimately, bro, it's all preference. I'm not telling you go choose and start playing that, bro. You gotta do what's comfortable for you. Now these other ones, Beast and Brawler and, bruh, one-hand gunslinger, bruh, really? Never, bruh. I ain't never heard nobody using those, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't advise you to use those. But again, you know what I'm saying? You might be cracked and you out here a one-hand gunslinger. Hey, that's you, my boy. Alright, man, so the next thing we're gonna get into, man, we're gonna get into flipped, which is just the triggers you shoot with. Me personally, I shoot with R1, L1, but I only been on that for a couple of days. I switch it all the time. I'm weird like that. Then just a little sauce I'm gonna give y'all. Obviously, it's faster to press all the way down on your L1 and R1 than it is your L2, R2, which just gives you a faster response time, but do what's comfortable for you. I switch all the time just because I have mouse click buttons. Now, coming down below, man, stick layout, leave that at default. Controller vibration, make sure you have that off, man. You do not want to be trying to aim and, you know what I'm saying, with your controller vibrating, bro. Then getting into the dead zones, man. So obviously, man, y'all cannot copy my dead zones because everybody controller is different, man. This is actually a brand new controller I'm on. Only had it for like 2 days and I barely been playing. So, you know what I'm saying, you can't copy my dead zones. But if you have a controller that doesn't have much stick drift, I would advise you probably like 3 and 5. You know what I'm saying? Those are like the sweet spot dead zones that really everybody run when they controller don't have crazy stick drift. Now, if you have stick drift, if you drifting on those, you need to go in the custom game. Just keep turning it up until it don't drift no more. Now, on my old controller, I was all the way up to like 35 and it was still drifting. So pretty much once you get over like 20, you just need to go ahead and get a new controller, man. You know, you gotta hang it up, my boy. You gotta go ahead, retire your controller and get a new one, because the more you turn this up, the less reactive it gets, bro. So you definitely don't want to be on a super high dead zone. You know what I'm saying? Then when we come to this, your left stick max, you could try this out. You know what I'm saying? Try the 75. You don't like it, just go back to 99. Ultimately, all it does is it makes your, when you go up, when you push up on your stick, you don't have to push up as much for it to start running and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing too crazy. You could try it out. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it, you don't like it, it don't matter. So I'm gonna drop one more little sauce tip for my PC and my console people. So for console people, man, make sure that you are playing with your controller plugged up at all times. You need to be playing wired, man. I don't care if you like laying in the bed, kicking your feet up, all that, bruh. You're getting gun, buddy, trust me. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, that gives you the fastest response time when it's plugged up. Then for my PC people, man, make sure you are playing with an overclock controller, bruh. There's no reason why you should have a PC and not be playing with an overclock controller, man. Alright, man. So we finna go ahead and get into aiming, man. I'm not finna get too in-depth with the whole sensitivity stuff, man. I actually got a how to improve your aim video dropping real soon, man. So y'all gotta just make sure y'all pull back up for that. I'm dropping all the sauce and tips to improve your aim. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and get into the sensitivity, man. So I personally run a 5.5. Ultimately, when it comes to sensitivity, it's all preference, bro. You gotta play what's comfortable for you, man. Most pros play like 6-6, different things like that. I actually played 4-4 last year. I wouldn't go no lower than that. I played 4-4 last year, played ranked, was gunning people saying I'm using Cronus, all type of crazy stuff. So you definitely can run 4-4. I wouldn't run nothing, you know what I'm saying, lower than that though. But then coming down to ADS sensitivity multiplier, again, it's all preference. Me personally, I run mine at 0.90. I just recently went up on it. I would advise like 0.85, 0.90 is like the sweet spot. Obviously 1 is default. That's what all the pros run. Definitely I would not go no higher than that. Once you start going above 1, if you plan on anything above a 1, you might be one of them ones. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I like mine at 0.90. That's like the sweet spot. Then like going lower, you really don't see nobody going lower. Like lowest I seen is like 0.70, but those are people for like insane sensitivities, you know what I'm saying? People that run like super high, like 18 and stuff like that. But really, like I said, sweet spot is like 0.85, 0.90. Then when we get into this stuff, I ain't really touched this stuff for real, so you really don't have to like copy this stuff. Obviously you need to be playing dynamic, bro. We ain't playing standard no more, man. We standard K, we don't run standard, you feel me? But anyways, target aim assist, obviously you gotta have aim assist, bro. Turn that on. Now the aim assist type, this is all preference, bro. Obviously now I run Black Ops, but I'm not gonna tell y'all Black Ops gonna have you beaming, you gonna turn in the optic dash sheet. I ain't gonna tell you all that, bro. It's all preference, bro. You might like default better, or you might like Black Ops better, but definitely try Black Ops. If you like it, cool. If not, then switch it back to default, bro. Now these other two, don't run these, man. Don't run them. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, moving on, you know what I'm saying? Nothing else here to show y'all. Y'all see that. All right, man. The next thing we finna go ahead and get into, man. We finna go ahead and get into this movement. We finna go ahead and get into this movement, man. We might have some young up and coming movement kings in here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm finna go ahead and drop a little sauce on y'all. You know what I'm saying? When we get lower down, I'm gonna drop some sauce on y'all. But let me go ahead and get into the settings, man. So automatic tech sprint, bro. I'm not even finna speak on this too much, bro. Everybody should be playing automatic tech sprint. Only person that doesn't play with automatic tech sprint is pros, bro. And that's because it's banned. They can't. Anyways, moving on. Auto move forward, I got off. Single tap sprint, you know what I'm saying? All my mantle stuff I got off. Now a lot of people run it on partial. I don't want to mantle nothing, bro. I'm cool. I'm tired of accidentally mantling things. I hate that. I did that too much last year. I ain't dealing with it this year. Now this is where I'm finna drop a little sauce on y'all boys real quick. So for my people that only like to slide cancel, make sure that you put this on slide only. This is going to give you the fastest response on your slide cancels. Me personally, I like to dive out of certain situations, or I like to dive off buildings, you know what I'm saying? I like to you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, the reason why there's a delay with the tap to slide is because obviously it's trying to see if you're trying to hold it to dive or if you're just gonna tap it to slide. So if you like to slide, you know what I'm saying, only slide cancel, put it on slide only. It's going to be the fastest response, you know what I'm saying? But obviously I like to dive too, so I have it to tap the slide. Now the rest of this don't really matter. I ain't really touching none of this stuff for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff we finna start getting into like Warzone stuff, so it really don't matter. Alright, man, we finna go ahead and get into the graphic side of things, man, and these are up to date with season 1, man. I just freshly got out of game to test these out, man. You know what I'm saying? So we finna go ahead and get right into them. You know what I'm saying? First off, make sure you have full screen exclusive on, man. Normally I'm a full screen borderless guy, but you do see the difference this year, so make sure you have full screen exclusive on. Obviously this stuff right here doesn't matter to y'all, because obviously we all have different monitors, we all have different GPUs and different things like that. Obviously you want to have that on your monitor, you know what I'm saying? I got an Alienware. Obviously you got to have that on your graphics card, and you want to have the highest refresh rate, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, getting down here, man, if you plan on a monitor, make sure it's on 2.2. if you plan on a TV, put it on 2.4. brightness, I run 55 in every card, so I don't even need to show y'all that. Now this, I have it on plus boost. Obviously you can try both out, see what you like better. Me personally, on plus boost gives you the best, you know what I'm saying? Now going down here, I ain't really touched none of this stuff for real, so You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really gotta copy that. Now, getting into the quality side of things, man. Render resolution, make sure you have it at 100. Your dynamic resolution, turn it off. Your upscaling, gotta be on fidelity cast, bro. It's the best one, trust me. You know what I'm saying? Then your cast strength, I have mine at 100. I would at least have it to 80 or 90. You know what I'm saying? You can put it at 100 too, but you know what I'm saying? One of them three, you know what I'm saying? Those are the best. Now this, I got off. VRAM scale target, you can have it at 90, you can have it at 85, you can have it at 80. You know what I'm saying? One of those three. Your variable rate shading, turn that on. Now I'm gonna go through this stuff, but I ain't gonna talk through it because I know y'all boys want me to hurry up anyway. So I'm just gonna scroll through it, let y'all boys copy it down. Alright, man, we finna go ahead and get into FOV real quick, man. Again, this is all preference, man. You gotta do what you feel comfortable playing. I play 110. Last year I played 120. I don't really think you need 120 for multiplayer. It is a little much, even though I did play it last year. But this year I wanted to drop down, so now I'm playing 110. I kind of picked playing in the middle. Most pros are gonna play like 105. You're not really gonna see no pros over 105. And then like Warzone, that's when you're gonna see like everybody in Warzone running 120. So I'm kind of in the middle, you know what I'm saying? And I've been liking 110. Now coming down here, you gotta play on affected. Nobody plays independent no more. My weapon field of view is on wide. If I was playing on 120 FOV, I probably would have it on default, but again, it's preference, man. Third person, that don't matter. Make sure you have all your motion blur stuff off, man. I don't know how some people are running around with playing with motion blur. That's crazy to me. But film grain, make sure you have that all the way down to 0. Make sure you have your camera move it to 50%. That don't matter, that don't matter. Now the flashbangs ultimately is preference, man. I like to just keep the OG flashbang because it don't really bother me that much, so I just have it like that. All right, man, now we finna go ahead and get into the sound side of things, man. But me personally, I mean, I don't really do much to my sound settings. These are my sound settings, but I just play with a regular headset, Astro A40s, I think that's what they call. And I hear everything just fine, man. I don't really need to tune my sound settings. I don't have sound EQ. I don't have a mix amp. Bro, I just got a regular headset and I hear everything. So you could copy my sound settings. You don't have to though, because I'm not finna say, oh, these the best sound settings out. No, I ain't finna say all that. But I do hear everything just fine. I don't have no problem hearing anything. Now, switching over to the interface, I really don't have too much to talk about in the interface. There ain't really too much to talk about. Obviously, I do want to change my colors. I'm gonna change them probably going into season 1. I like changing mine literally every season, so I haven't changed them yet though. Mini map, make sure you're running square mini map. There's one more thing I want to talk about. Oh yes, crosshairs. So crosshairs, I have my crosshairs on and I have my center dot on and I have it to largest. Now obviously you don't have to have a center dot on. I like having a center dot on because it helps with tracking. You know what I'm saying? It just helps me with my tracking, which I'm gonna get more into that and how to improve your aim video. But yeah, that's personally, I had that on. I ain't mean to do that. Now everything else, I ain't really touched the rest of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Rest of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, it's all preference. But that is pretty much the settings, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Let me know what y'all think about these settings. Hopefully the tips that I dropped for y'all today help y'all out. But I'm gonna get up with y'all boys next time.